So I've been going through some TikTok shop ads doing some seriously massive numbers, and this one completely stopped me.
So apparently this is one of the most returned, but it had great reviews, so I had to buy it and see why.
A robot vacuum affiliate doing $15,900 in GMV in the last 30 days.
It's also not because it gets under those hard to reach places.
No face, no camera, no fancy editing, no influencer, just a single creator with a voiceover, same A-roll of a vacuum cleaner cleaning a bedroom, and one of the most quietly clever scripts I've seen in this space in a while. But here's what actually caught my attention. This ad should not be working at all. The product is one of the most returned robot vacuums in the market. In fact, it says that in the first line of the script.
Most returned robot vacuums?
And yet this creator managed to turn that exact fact into the reason people are buying. So I've broken down every second of this ad, the script, the storyboard, the psychology, and I'm handing you the complete 7-part storyboard formula you can apply to any product you're promoting on TikTok Shop. By the end of this video, let's get into it. So rather than just playing the ad and analyzing it after, I'm going to break down each element as we go so you can see exactly why every decision was made in real time. Let's start with the hook. So most TikTok Shop affiliates open their videos with a benefit. You'll hear things like, "This vacuum is incredible. You need to see this. I can't believe how well this works. This creator did the exact opposite. Watch this."
So apparently this is one of the most returned robot vacuums, but it had great reviews, so I had to buy it and see why.
Did you catch what just happened there? So basically they opened with a negative, a flaw, a reason not to buy the product. And in doing that, they immediately created a pattern interrupt. This is because your brain doesn't expect an ad to lead with a problem normally. So more importantly, the phrase "I had to buy it and see why" positions this creator as an independent investigator, not a salesman. The viewer thinks this person is on my side, they're doing the work, so I don't have to. And that's the first clever move that I noticed. And everything that follows just builds on this approach. And that's all very well, but this next part is where things get really interesting, and this is the part most people completely miss.
So I figured out it's not because of the edge cleaning technology, because it gets closer to the edges than any robot vacuum out there. It's also not because it gets under those hard to reach places that you would never vacuum otherwise. And it's also not because of the LiDAR navigation system that maps out your entire home.
So on the surface, it sounds like the creator is listing things that the product cannot do. But if you're watching what's actually happening, every single "it's not because" is a feature demonstration in disguise. Edge cleaning, under furniture reach, LiDAR mapping, carpet performance, no hair tangle brush roll, suspension wheels, auto return base, scheduling, matrix pattern cleaning. 9 features, 0 times the word feature being used. And here's the part that makes it genuinely smart. While the scripting is saying it's not because of edge cleaning, the camera is showing the vacuum doing the edge cleaning in real time. So the audio is denying it, but the visual is proving it. Both channels hitting simultaneously. And my friend, the double hit is why this script converts at a rate most affiliates will never reach by copying surface level formats. And this is the reverse objection stack. And you can apply it to any product in any category. But this next part gets even more interesting. Let's talk about why the visuals work so well alongside that script, because the storyboard is doing an enormous amount of heavy lifting here as well.
And I also figured out it's not because it doesn't work well on carpet, because it does really well on carpet, especially with that no hair tangle self-cleaning brush roll, or because of the suspension wheels that can go anywhere in your home without getting stuck.
The ad follows a very deliberate emotional sequence. It's not accidental. It opens with wide lifestyle shots of a clean bedroom, vacuum already moving, slow camera, natural light. This isn't selling the vacuum yet. It's selling cleanliness, peace, convenience. The viewer thinks, this could be me, this could be my home. That's aspiration before a single feature is ever mentioned. Then we move into capability shots, under the bed, obstacle navigation, carpet transitions, and they're effectively answering silent objections without using any dialogue. Is it smart? Can it fit under furniture? Can it handle carpets? All answered visually before the viewer even thinks to ask. You've also got the macro close-ups of the buttons, sensors, surfaces. So this is effectively luxury framing here, because the product stops feeling like a cleaning tool. It starts feeling more like a premium tech gadget, say an Apple product or a smart home premium device. So the emotional sequence that the storyboard follows. You've got wide lifestyle leading into capability proof, leading into luxury framing. Then we go on to functional proof. Then we've got app integration, and then we've got the main hero shot. So each stage builds desire before the script has to do any selling. Now pay close attention and watch what happens at the end of the feature stack.
Suspension wheels that can go anywhere in your home without getting stuck. So I guess the reason everybody's returning this is because they bought it in stores for full price, and then Shark started offering massive discounts on TikTok.
So this is the punchline. It reframes the entire video in one sentence. The most returned vacuum premise that opened the ad, the negative, the flaw, the reason not to buy turns out to have nothing to do with the product at all. People returned it because they found it cheaper elsewhere. And that reveal kinds of lands hard because the setup up until this point earned it. The viewer spent 45 minutes having every product objection systematically removed. And now the only remaining objection is price. And that objection is being demolished in the same breath. This is effectively copywriting architecture. The ending was written before the beginning, which is just crazy. And then comes this next part.
And you can get it cheaper here than anywhere else, but if you want to grab one, I would not wait because they sold out yesterday and they're gonna sell out again.
Short, clean, earned. Notice that there's no discount code, there's no bundle offer, there's no use my link for 10% off. The scarcity clause works here because the entire script has already done the selling. And by this point, the viewer doesn't need more incentive. They need permission to act. When he says they sold out yesterday, that's the permission the viewer needs. The close is only 3 sentences long. That's intentional. Everything that needed to be said was said in the 55 seconds that came before it. Now that may all sound very well, but what exactly can you and me take away from this? So the main takeaway from this is what I'd like to call a reverse objection stack. And that's broken down into 7 parts. And this is applicable to any product that you're promoting as a TikTok Shop affiliate. Let's break it down. So part 1 is opening with a negative, not a benefit, a flaw, a controversy, a reason people avoid the product. This creates an immediate pattern interrupt and positions you as an investigator, not a salesperson. Then you move on to part 2. I had to find out why. So this signals that you did the work independently. The viewer is now on your side. Moving on to part 3. Stack the it's not because denials. So each one names and dismantles a real objection while simultaneously demonstrating a feature. So you want to aim for around 6 to 9 and you want to run visual proof in parallel. Moving on to part 4, storyboard the emotions, not the features. So aspiration first, capability second, luxury third, proof fourth. The features follow the feelings. Feeling first and then features. The 5th part, the reveal reframes the premise. The opening negative wasn't what you thought. One sentence that makes the viewer feel clever for watching till the end. And part 6, the close is short because the script already sold them. So you don't need to oversell at the end. Scarcity is enough. No over explaining and no over stacking or benefits at the end of the video. And this is one formula, one creator, $15,900 in 30 days from a bedroom, vacuum, and a voiceover. No face needing to be shown whatsoever. And what I'd like you to notice about what we've just broken down is this ad does not feel like an ad. There's no corporate branding in the opening, no spec sheet, no buy now energy. It feels like a review, like a recommendation from someone who actually bought the product. And that's the shift that separates affiliates doing serious numbers from the ones making the same 10-second clip everyone else is making. So if you want to go deeper on finding the right products to run this formula on, I cover the exact Kalo data filters I used in the video linked on the screen and in the description. And if you found this useful, the full case study breakdown is linked in the description so you can come back to it whenever you're building your next video. I'll see you in the next one.